I feel like date night can either go one of two ways. You either go like really dark, smoky, sexy, or you go light, flirty, pretty. I'm trying to go light, flirty, pretty.
I've never met anyone quite like her before.
Hey everybody, welcome back to AndieLand. It's your girl Andie, and today we are doing this lovely date night look. I wanted to go kind of soft and flirty today, so that's what I did. If you would like to see how I got this look, make sure you're first and foremost subscribe to my channel, like this video, and keep watching. Okay guys, I have not a lot of time, but I want to kind of do a next date night look for you guys. I'm gonna go in before I do anything with the oil sucker primer. This is by One Size, and you really, oh, I forgot to shake it up. Hold on. If you don't shake it up, it comes out like water. Let me shake this. Okay, all right. Well, I still shot out, but I'm gonna take this and apply this all over my T-zone. This needs to dry, so I wanted to do this while I do my brows. But let this sit before you layer another primer on top. So if you have problems with oil, especially in your T-zone, this is a great primer to have. If it turns white, gives you a white cast, that is okay. And now you guys get to see me do my brows on camera, so yeah, you. I'm gonna take the brow laminating gel from e.l.f. and I'm just going to fluff these into my brows. I get my brows done tomorrow, so I can stop talking about how they're not done. And then the other side of the product has like a nice little brush, and I like to brush my brows up that I do have. I noticed that since I started getting my brows waxed, I now have hair right here that I never used to have. So it's even more imperative that I get these shaped up a little bit. To fill in my brows, I'm going to use the Anastasia Dip Brow. This is the shade Dark Brown. And I have this really small angled brush. This is probably the only brush that tends to work for me to do my brows with this product. I'm just going to take a little bit on my brush at a time and start carving out by starting at the bottom of my brow. Brows don't need to be twins, but they do need to be sisters. At the very least, cousins. So, child, when they're waxed, it's a little easier to control. When they're not, before I go in with another primer, I'm going to conceal my brows. I'm gonna use my BlkOpl concealer in the shade Proper Penny and this angled brush that I got from Amazon, and we're just going to carve out and define the bottom of my brow. If you're doing eyeshadow, you can feel free to drag this down, use it as a base. Next, I'm taking my Morphe M173 and I'm just going to buff in that concealer to blend it out. Just like that. Brows are pretty much done. I don't like to do too much with the brows. I know how I like them. That's how I do them. Alright, so for the primer on the rest of my face, I'm just going to take my One Size Smooth and Blur primer. We're using all One Size primers today. I'm going to press this in all over, especially on my lash lines. You know, usually I like to use a mattifying primer and like a gripping primer, like a more hydrating one, but I don't know. I just am not feeling it today, so. Okay. I am going to set my T-zone with the Benefit Professional Setting Powder. I'm also going to use this to set my brows at the same time. I set my brows to keep them in place, especially when my hair is down, because I feel like my brows, since I don't really have hairs, can tend to get wiped away, even though things say smudge proof. Are they really? And now I'm going to take the MAC Fix Plus Prep and Set Spray, and we're just going to out that powder in. So lately I've been doing an underpainting type of technique. You guys know me and underpainting can have like a love-hate relationship, but for the looks that I've been doing lately, it kind of has worked. So I'm going to take my matchstick in Espresso from Fenty Beauty, and I'm going to draw on my contour. I did a live the other day where I did this technique, and the reason I like it is because, especially if you're in a rush and you don't have time to necessarily be a little bit be more precise. This helps to still get that look, but I'm in a rush type deal, which is usually us on date night. Like, I'm spraying my face again with the MAC Fix Plus. We're gonna go straight ahead and blend in that contour using my flat contour brush from Mule Techniques. I'm literally just patting this in, trying to get rid of them chins, and then we're gonna enhance my cheekbones. I like to kind of take my contour up into my temples now, especially when I have my hair up like this. Just to kind of shape my face before I go in with anything else. It doesn't need to be pretty. It's there, and it needs to be a little bit more pigmented because, again, we're underpainting, so you can be a little more heavy-handed with your products. The reason I don't really like underpainting is because I have to be heavier-handed, and I feel like, to be honest, I'm using way more product than I would if I were to just do my face the other way. But you'll see why I like this for this type of look. That's blended now, so I'm going to take my skin tone concealer, that same BlkOpl, and I'm going to conceal under my eyes, around my mouth, and on my forehead, and my chin a little bit. To blend this out, I'm taking this Morphe complexion brush, the M101. If you feel like you need to, go ahead and spray your face if your concealer isn't moving or blending the way you want it to. I'm gonna just blend, 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 blend. I'm literally just patting. I'm not swiping because I don't want to get streaks. A lot of people see brushes and feel like they need to paint like how they would paint like on a canvas, and you don't actually want to do that. I have a damp Sonia Kashuk sponge all wrapped up in this towel, and I'm going to just use this to reinforce my blend, go over my entire face. You see how my face is already starting to come together, and I've really done, what, 3 steps? Next, I do want to apply some blush. This is Rosey Posey by Juvia's Place. These blushes are very, very pigmented, so you want to go in with, oh, that was a lot, just enough. You can always add more. It's really hard to try to scale these particular blushes back. These made for melanated girls. I'm taking my expert face brush from Mule Techniques, and I'm kind of blending this into my bronzer and up into my temple. I don't really mind too much if it goes a little under my eye. I kind of like it like that because when I put my powder blush on top, it kind of tends to glow a little. I like to place my blush higher up on my cheeks because it gives me that lifted face effect. So blush placement kind of determines a little bit more of your face shape as well as like contour placement. I like to lift my face, so I bring everything kind of up into my hair, into my temples. All right, so for brightening concealer, going with my Hourglass, this is the shade Beech, and we're just going to let that sit right under the eye for now. For the rest of my face, I'm going to be going in with the Lumi Glow Lotion. This is shade Rich, and I'm literally just going to do like a little. This is a very short, it's not even a tint. This is more of like a natural glow enhancer, so usually I like to use this mixed in with my foundation. Lately, I've been using it as foundation. do with that as you will. Before we blend out though, I do want to spray my face with the Morphe Jumbo Continuous Mist. And I'm taking this Be Small flat top brush, and I'm literally just going to stipple that in all over my face. So it's not foundation, but I'm using it in place of foundation. I find when I underpaint, I like to use more tints or little kind of enhancers like this, because it still kind of helps me to blend, but it's not necessarily covering up all the work I did underneath. That's gonna make me have to apply more product in the end. I'm literally over my entire face. Plus, I like the glow that it gives. All right, going back in with my sponge just to help push that product in and absorb anything extra. Blending is key with underpainting. If you feel like you need to go back in with something, now would be the time. I'm not going to, because I feel like baby girl's chiseling. To blend out the concealer under my eyes, I'm using a powder puff, and we're just going to pat. I'm not really trying to move this concealer too far because I really want to concentrate that brightness right there. Not gonna mind too much if some gets on my eyelid. I can definitely just use that as like a base for my eyeshadow in a second. But yeah, I'm really liking that. Again, I'm just gonna take the booty of my sponge, make sure I'm blending those edges so we can go ahead and set. You never wanna set harsh lines. The first powder we're gonna use to set is my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless powder. This is shade number 2, medium. I'm just gonna take this on my powder puff, get it all in there, and go directly under the eye and press this in. Look how smooth my under eye looks. Dry skin people, I would use a brush. Y'all know I'm a little more oilier in my T-zone, so I do go in with buku amounts of powder. But don't do what I do if you are not like me and have those same issues. Please don't. Next, I'm gonna take the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Powder in Banana, and no, I lied. This is butter. This is butter because it's a lot brighter. I'm gonna rub the excess off on the back of my hand and go straight on top of that Charlotte Tilbury powder using that same exact puff. I'm not baking it, but I am pressing this in. This is definitely a thicker powder, so this is more for my oilier girls. If you are dry, again, please don't do this. Like, please don't do this. You have to learn what works for your face. I'm taking my KVD tattoo liner in my mixed brown, and I'm just gonna add in my beauty spots. To set my entire face, I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Powder. This is the foundation powder in 420. Big fluffy brush. I'm just gonna pat this all over the face. I'm not swiping, I'm literally patting because we have to make sure we set everywhere. I am going over my highlighted areas too. When you start with the pressed powder, you want to stipple the most of the product on the outer edges and then take whatever's left and just kind of dust the rest on the center of your face. This is what helps prevent flashback. So if you have a powder that does give you a flashback, this is a nice little trick. It also helps to make the blend a little more seamless from your highlighted areas to the rest of your face. I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty bronzer in the shade Cocoa Naughty in a fluffy color brush, and I'm going to pack that onto my brush and use that kind of wherever I placed that Espresso matchstick earlier to contour. I'm trying to go with a softer bronzer than I've been using lately. Y'all know I've been using my like Makeup by Mario or like my Mocha Mommy, but I feel like date night can either go one of two ways. You either go like really dark, smoky, sexy, or you go light, flirty, pretty. I'm trying to go light, flirty, pretty. Because this is a bronzer that's not super red, I can take it and use it as my nose contour. So I'm loading it up on this eyeshadow blush from Kala, and I'm just going to take this into my brow and down the bridge of my nose. For blush, I'm going in with Juvia's Place palette in volume 4. I'm going to take the top pink and this powder brush, and I'm just going to dust it into my temples, into my blush. I mean, bronzer. Again, y'all know if you follow me, I love blush. I haven't been using it in a while, but lately she that girl again. So you want to take a little to your forehead, go ahead. Oof, it's just so pretty. I'm gonna just blend again, push that in with my sponge. Y'all know Juvia's Place is pigmented, okay? Who said black girls can't wear plain blush? Not her. I am going to bake. I'm going to use my Huda Beauty Easy Bake. This is the purple powder, the Ube birthday cake. I love this for a few reasons. One, it helps keeping me from looking too yellow. Because y'all know, even though I am like a golden olive, I absolutely hate when my face is oompa loompa yellow. And unfortunately, a lot of products, complexion products made for us melanated skin girls tend to have us looking either really red or really yellow. We're just going to use that to bake. Plus, I also really love how this kind of sets my blush. Like, oh. It gives it this most airbrush filtered looking effect to your blush. Alright, now we can go in and do a little bit of eyeshadow. I'm going to take my Makeup by Mario palette and my favorite brush. I need to find the equivalent of this and Morphe M505 brush in their new set because I think I kind of need a new one. But I'm going to go into this last shade right here, this last brown. And I'm going to just kind of take this and sweep it in my crease. Starting from where like I brought that bronzer in and just kind of use it to shape how I want my eye to look today. Alright, using that same brush, I'm going into this shade right here. And I'm going to just deepen this side. I don't really mind if it gets a little on my lower lash lid because I am going to put this shade underneath. I have this random flat brush. I'm going to go back into volume 4 from Juvia's Place, that same pink we used. And I'm just going to place this all over my lid space. Now I'm gonna go on top of that pink with Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule Killawatt from Fenty. I'm just gonna take the other side of that brush I just used. And I'm just going to kind of place that kind of just on top of that pink. Alright, I'm gonna go put my lashes on and then I'll be right back to finish up the rest of my face. Alright, I use my Kush lashes from Juvia's Place again. And let's just hurry up and do the bottom portion of my eyeballs. I have this smudger brush from Japanese, and I'm gonna go back into the Makeup by Mario palette, that second brown we used. I'm just gonna take that and put it underneath my eye. I'm just going all the way, smoking it out a little bit. Taking my blush brush, I'm just going to dust. I'm really not adding any extra blush, just gonna dust in with that powder. Now we can do my lips. Or not, because I lost my pencil. I have lost this pencil about 5 times this week. I'm taking my one size pencil in the shade Rent Dew. If you're a matte girly, it's similar to cork. I just can't find my cork. I did find my chestnut this morning. Okay, I'm going to set my lips using the one size translucent powder. Just kind of dab. And taking my sponge and just pressing that in a little bit more. I'm taking my matchstick from Fenty. This is the shade Amber, and I'm just gonna Ooh, I lied. That was the wrong shade. That was the wrong shade. Y'all really just let me do that? Oh my god. I just ruined my lip. Alright, well, let's take porcelain then. I'm just gonna take porcelain. And together with your finger or a brush. I need a brush. Okay. Alright, we coming somewhere. We going somewhere. I'm gonna take my NYX gloss in Ginger Snap and just line where I put that brown. We're coming together, look. It took me about 4 minutes. And then taking my clear lip gloss from Movie Kisses and then just putting that all in the center. I'm gonna blend everything together. Perfect. Now we can press this powder in. I have like 3 minutes. So I'm gonna press my bake in. I like to press it in because I feel like it helps control my oils a little bit better. The only time I really dust is if when I do my eyeshadow I have fallout, but this helps me keep that brightness, keep that powder, controlling oil, and face still flawless, baby. I mean, y'all can't tell me nothing. All right, I do need to spray my face. I'm gonna take the Fix Plus. Okay, and then while that air dries, I'm gonna put mascara on my lower lashes. This is the Bad Gal Bang from Benefit Cosmetics. This is the shade Black. I'm just gonna run that through my bottom lashes really quick. And voila, I think we are done. So I'm about to go put my earrings and stuff on so I can get out, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is my completed date night look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope everybody has some love in their heart this Valentine's Day and gets to spend it with somebody that they love, whether it's your mama, your daddy, your friend. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you enjoy it, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye.